Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Game Vortex. As you can see right now, the setting, I'm not back at home doing the videos because I am quite busy. So first of all, I'd like to apologize if the camera is shaking because I'm driving right now. I had a break at work, so I decided to make a quick video for you. First thing, the news that came out, my prediction from the last week was partially true. It did release in Central and South America, so it's actually more than 3 countries from South America that I predicted. So just in time for the Olympics, which are starting on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Southeast Asia, that's a big question. If it's not coming out by Friday evening, then I'm pretty sure we can not hold our breath any longer. However, the sources during the interview with Ninatic mentioned first half of August, so basically around this week and next week. That's when it's coming apparently to Asia. There are some countries that are definitely not going to get it in Asia. For example, South Korea, if they're not going to sort out the lawsuit that is happening there. Also, the Google is not bending there to the will of the government. Same way like it was in China, but they managed to resolve the issue with China, so that is actually happening. And Thailand, for example, where I live right now, is definitely not getting it this week, and I'm not even sure if we're gonna get that week. We have a lot of like political issues and stuff, but that's not the main reason. The main reason for it is that there is this telecommunication authority that thinks that it will make things very dangerous and complicated on the roads, and for people who are walking gonna get hit by a car. That is true to a point, but I think that's a pile of bullshit. It's not up to them to decide who and when plays the game and how. If you think that that's dangerous, you better go off and arrest people who drive through red traffic lights. And I mean, in general, especially in the northern part of Thailand, the people drive like maniacs. Like, there is absolutely no regard for the road rules, and you'll see the things that you've never seen before probably in your life if you come and drive here. It's already lethal to drive here without Pokemon Go. So that's causing the issue right there. What am I thinking about this? Well, right now they are so deep in trouble, Niantic. Like, they're still being overwhelmed. They're still being overwhelmed with the request for refunds. They complain about the features. I forgot to mention that when I talked last week that they removed the feature from the game nearby showing you how many steps the Pokemon, and they closed down some websites like Pokevision or Pokemon Vision to help you track where they are located, calling it cheating. So basically now you have no way to track the Pokemon, just apart from walking and hoping for the best. I don't think that's fair that they've done it now, because they let people who already had the game for the last month, they are ahead of us. Like, if I get the game right now, I have no way to find the Pokemons. They probably have hundreds of them, not hundreds, but probably 100 or more of them in a collection just by walking and knowing exactly where they were. And for us now, it's everything from scratch, but it's harder. And they also removed the battery saver feature from the iOS version of the game, which is strange because it's still there on the Android version. And they said in their statement is that, well, the feature was buggy. So I apologize, I need to pass through the security check here just to have a card. Okay. So, as I was saying, what happened basically was the feature was buggy. Some people reported that the battery saving feature on the iPhones caused the game to crash. So instead of fixing the problem, they just took it out completely from the game. They said they'll bring it back today. That's what they said during the announcement that it's available in South America. But still, that's not the way you address the issues. I mean, I understand there are people jumping, all the white knights, who are jumping in defense of Niantic. But I think by undertaking this project and spending as much time as they did, or as little as they did, they took more than they could possibly handle. And it's coming back to bite them in the ass. I read the article today that states that the Pokemon Go has lost over 32% of the players since its peak time to now. And that news article didn't account for the last 2-3 days of mayhem that was happening there. So it's actually before the feature started to get removed, before the balancing issues appeared, and so on and so forth. So it remains to be seen what is happening. The worst case is that they are ramping up this game right now in many countries and stuff like that. And then people are leaving the game because of some issues. And what if it just won't hold? And then all the infrastructure that they set up is going to be useless pretty much, because nobody or not many people want to go back in the game or play it, or they lose interest. Then the only way to save it is probably add new features. But how many people will go back? Oh yeah, I need to go back to this game because they promised us something a couple of months ago. They finally delivered. So okay, with the mobiles it's easier than the, let's say, a console or PC gaming. But in any way, still not a great move on their part. Right now, they are not. They said it straight away today in the article that they're hard at work to get the game out, continue to roll out. So if you're holding your breath for having features back in the game or adding new features, you'll have to wait for a while, because they won't stop until the game is rolled out everywhere. And I think this is when they will start to work and iron out all the bugs and add new features and bring the old ones back. Sorry. The curry that I ate was too spicy. So it sucks. I mean, I understand that it sucks, and we have to wait longer as well. I have to wait longer. Yes, during my vacation I had a chance to play with it. Yes, I can technically play it at home on my computer, but do I want to? That first of all, it's cheating. Second of all, it's laziness. You're not actually out and about trying to catch them. But I can understand for, at the same time, people like me, I live in a rural area, probably have a bunch of Pokemons here. It's the ones that I've seen before we got blocked. People in Nepal asking me if the game is coming. They have no idea if it's coming. If it will come to Asia officially, then if it's going to be released in India, then it will work for you in your country, pretty sure. They're not going to leave out the neighboring countries. I've heard that the geo ban or whatever, geo blocking, was lifted from India. So if you side load the app and you're living in India, you can play the game even though it's not officially out there yet. That's confirmed in a Reddit thread as well. So I mean, if you're living in Nepal, give it a try. Or just open the map and see what parallels runs through your country compared to India. And if you can get somewhere close, like they do in South Korea when they go to an island, a particular island, the game works there, but it doesn't work on the mainland. So things are like that. So that's it, what I have for today. Today I'm going to be working on a video. I want to go through a little bit away from Pokemon Go just for one video. I want to actually make a video about what are the most anticipated games for me or for people in general that are still coming until the end of this year. And the list is huge. There's some great games coming out. If you're playing on the PS4, for example, I would highly recommend you to pick up this cheap game. Cheap in terms of that it doesn't cost much. It's called Abzu. It's from a guy who was in that game company and created Journey, but they got their own Giant Squid Studios, it's called. And the game is just magical. It's amazing. I mean, I highly recommend you to play it. It's only like 2-3 hour campaign, but it doesn't really cost that much. So give it a try and then tell me what you think. I'm probably going to be reviewing this game soon. So thank you very much for watching. I apologize that it's not a full video, but at least I got to talk to you today and tell you what I think in general. Please subscribe to the channel if you like it. It gives me encouragement and support to keep pushing and developing and improving things. And like the video, share it if you can, and leave the comments below. I mean, I'm not a Nostradamus or anything. I can't predict exactly when the game is going to come out, but as they said today in Ninatic, it's the first half of August. Right now it's the 4th of August, so we only have this week and next week, and that's it. So if they do concentrate only on South America, then it's gonna come to Asia next week for sure. But the thing is, they already have the server set up in different countries. It's not like if you launch the game in South America, you can't launch it in Southeast Asia, because it will crash the servers in South America. They already have the infrastructure set up. They're already pinging the servers all the time. They do exist in Asia and everywhere else. So just flip the switch and let the people enjoy the game while they still can. So there we go. thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Game Vortex.